So, Celeste, first of all, how many years have you guys been called Jug Life?
Oh, we just started. This was our first time.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your first year as a team, but have you done the Race for the Cure before, or More Than
No,
Pink
I've
Walk?
I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to do the 3-day walk that
Yeah.
you guys had, but
Mhm.
I've always been intimidated by the amount of money that needed to be raised if I was ever gonna make that minimum. So that's kind of deterred me from participating in that one.
Yeah.
But then when this one came up and it was a smaller one, I was like, okay, we can try that. And since my cousin has recently been diagnosed with breast cancer, at the same time that this came up, I just thought, it would be something fun for us to do as a family. And
Yeah.
just in honor of her. And also, a few of my aunts have gone through breast cancer, and I've lost close friends' parents to it. And another aunt of ours recently passed away from reoccurring cancer after suffering breast cancer years ago. But
Oh.
so it was just kind of like something that I've just been wanting to do for a long time and haven't been able to.
Well, it's interesting. It is interesting that it's your first year because you formed the team, and then, man, you guys kept popping up on my feed. Like, whatever you're doing well.
Well, that's also a lot of thanks to Julie, because she joined the team. She's helped
I'm
out a lot.
I'm the interloper. I'm not officially in the family.
Right. But anyone that we've known for years and years and years is just
Yes.
considered family.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Agreed. Now,
That's
but
sweet.
you guys do keep popping up on my list. And first of all, I love the name. I love the name because it's different. I get it. I get what it means, but it's also different. I love when people get creative with their names. So what happened?
Well, it's because we have a few male members on our team too. So we kind of wanted to get a name that was universal and not
Yeah.
just, boobies and stuff like that. Or something that was more just female.
I love it.
So
I love
it
it.
was just a combination of different ideas we were throwing at each other that we came up with it.
Well, it is great, and it's easy to say, and I feel it would look great on a T-shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
Jug Life. I like just connecting, and so I appreciate that you were willing to connect with me. It's awesome. Two, I love that you started a team, and because we couldn't do it without you, as you know. And people, sometimes I say it flippantly, we're here to end breast cancer forever, but honestly, yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
And I noticed, like, for you, Celeste, especially, because we haven't talked about Julie's connection yet, but you've had a lot of it in your family.
Yeah, the past 5 years, it just has been popping up. And with my aunts, who are older, in their 60s and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess it really hit home when my cousin got it, and she's only 9 months younger than me.
Oh.
He has 2 kids, and it's interesting because they're like, oh, you don't need to get mammograms and stuff until you're 45. We got it done. I got it done when I was 35, and then you don't have to come back until you're 45. And the thing with me is I had felt something strange on my breast, and I went to my gynecologist and got a referral to get the mammogram.
Yeah.
And they couldn't see anything with the traditional mammogram, so they had called me back
Mhm.
for an ultrasound type test. So I was speaking to my cousins about it, and that they had said that they had seen something, but they couldn't tell, it wasn't a clear picture. And so that I was getting another one. And then that's what prompted my cousin to say, oh, maybe I should do it too, because it's been about 5 years, because she
Ooh.
did get one when her mom first was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's been about 5 years.
Mhm.
And she went and she had it. And she's only 43.
Yeah.
And at that time they told her, oh, you don't have to come back till you're really 45. And had she still waited till 45 at the stage where she was and where they told her how aggressive it was, she may not have made it till then. So
Right.
it's, it's just something that we were kind of all shocked about.
And a great lesson, actually. I couldn't have asked for a better example, unfortunately, and thank heavens, is you have to advocate for yourself, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm not blaming anyone, right? There's no blame. It's just, if you have a history of it, if it does run in your family, then you can't take no for an answer, unfortunately. No, you
Yeah.
don't have to wait. Just wait till you're 45. Here in Nevada, a lot of times it's 50. So
Wow.
you just have to say, no, I can't accept that.
Yeah.
And it's a battle sometimes, but thank God you did, because then, right, you found it in your cousin early, which is really what's
Yeah.
going to save people is early detection. So, Julie, what is your connection? Is it just that you dated her cousin and you're in it to
No,
win it?
no. Hey, actually, I wish that was the only connection with the whole breast cancer thing, but I had DCIS in 2017. I was 50 at the
Oh,
time, and total shock. I didn't have a lump. There were no symptoms. It was an aggressive form, but they found it super, super early.
oh,
And I was very lucky to have a radiologist who said to me, you know, they called you back for the second test. So I went, and it was a diagnostic one, which you stick around for. So I went into their little room. I'll never forget that room.
mm,
And he said to me, I'll never forget it. He said, if you were my wife, I would want you to have the biopsy. You are within the margins of growth for those little things. I can't remember what they're called. But if you were my wife, I would want you to have a biopsy. And I said, well, can I have it today? I mean, I was pretty much set. Like, yeah, I want to. And sure enough, it was positive for the cancer. So after weighing several options, having other tests and everything, I did go for the mastectomy 2 months later. And then just last week, I had a mammogram on my existing breast, the right side. It came back bad. I ended up in the MRI tube twice. They were going to do a biopsy, but then I was in the MRI. This is kind of funny, actually. They had me looped on all the medicine and everything, thinking they were going to do the biopsy. This was just last week. And they pulled me back out of the MRI, and all of a sudden I feel this tap on my shoulder, because you know you're laying down, like you feel like a cow.
yeah.
You know, your boobs are like hanging down, and I'm like, what? He goes, I can't find it. I'm sending you home. I said, what? He said, we can't find the 4 mm spot that we were going to biopsy, so we're going to redo it in 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, this literally just happened last week, and I actually was texting your cousin, Celeste, Valerie, not afraid, but just saying, oh, can you believe this is just ongoing? Like, it never ends.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Right. And
But it's all good.
but that's from the other perspective then, is it's ongoing and they couldn't find it. So maybe I admit it, I'm an eternal optimist, right? And I always want the good thing to happen, like anybody else.
Right.
But at least you're still going to be on it, and that's what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm looking at it as a complete positive. My surgeon who did my mastectomy, she's totally on top of it. And she said, you know, because it disappeared, your body probably just reabsorbed it, and it was not malignant, because it wouldn't have reabsorbed it if it was. It would have kept growing. So they are being very, very, conservative with my tests. So I'm very thankful. Very, 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 very thankful.
Yes.
And when I saw that Celeste created this team, I pretty much begged her to be on it. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, wait, there's two things I want to tell you, girls. I'm sorry, you ladies. I know, ladies. Number one is we are doing a Talent for the Cure event. All right, it's coming up on July 26th. So here's why I'm telling you this. If your team has a talent and you guys want to send in a tape, winning team of the talent contest, and it's, by the way, it's easy to win. It's by donation. So you can turn in a tape, and then have every friend you know donate $1, and you guys can win. But the winning team and or individual that is registered for the race will get. So here's why this is great. We are still, I mean, my goal is, right, so a $5,000 team. Now that's not, you have to donate $5,000. That's if you raise $5,000, which, by the way, you guys are halfway there. I already looked. If you get all the way to 5,000, the $5,000 teams get a bunch of perks at the event. You get your own tent, there'll be some food, there'll be prizes for those teams. We have some fun little things planned for those teams. So if your team, you're already halfway there. You got 2-3 months right before the walk. So, and if you do, just all you're gonna do is send one video. So you and your cousin doing a dance would definitely get you there.
So Sherry, is there any information for next week? I mean, should I still fly in? What's going on?
Don't fly in. I might do a virtual happy hour on the 16th, which I think would be fun and just like a fun event. And you know, there's online bingo. We might play a bingo game or two. How fun would that be? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, ladies. It was such a pleasure to actually get to know you, even though it's not fully in person, at least it's face to face, even though we had to bring Celeste in kicking and screaming video wise.
No, she is the captain with the mostest. She's got this covered.
She does. She totally does. You're doing a great job. I already love your team. I don't play favorites. But I already love your team. The name is great, but I just am so happy that you're joining us. And if you need anything, you know where to find me. And I will be waiting for your dance video to come in for Talent for the Cure. Let's go get them, kids.